guys aren't here to watch me totally massacre a perfectly good leftover pumpkin pie, but I thought today we could mix things up for the intro and start off with a comment contest. So here's what's gonna happen. I'm going to eat this entire pie in one sitting. Not on camera, because that'd be kind of strange, but I want you guys to guess down in the comments exactly how long it's gonna take me to do that. Guess how long it takes me down to the second, and whoever gets the closest will receive a free signed copy of Jim's new book, Work Energy, which is coming out January 1st, 2020, but we will send it to you before the release. Pretty cool. So if you're interested in participating, do it. It's easy. But if not, let's get to the video already, okay? Fast traffic to your website in 2020. Let's talk about it. So there are three ways that we get fast traffic to our website. I don't know if that's out of the frame or not, but we'll find out in post. So the first way is, I'm sorry, this has to be at least somewhat clean for me to do this. The first way is Pinterest. Now, a lot of you guys know that we've talked about Pinterest before, so I just have to preface this. We don't use Pinterest as much as we used to because it, like many other large tech companies, have kind of jumped on the ad revenue bandwagon. And it's understandable. That's how we keep the shareholders happy, by growing in revenue, and you gotta do what you gotta do. But because this has happened, Pinterest does not allow very many outbound pins, okay? Now, is it still possible to become successful on Pinterest? Of course. There are so many people out there who get most of their organic traffic from Pinterest. By the way, when I say fast traffic, what I mean by that is faster traffic than what it takes for Google to organically crawl and rank your content. It takes several months, right? And for some people, that's a long time to wait. So Pinterest is one way you can get that traffic a lot faster. And there are a few ways to make that happen. First of all, you can choose the right niche in the first place, right? We know that Pinterest really favors some niches more than others, and it's because of their audience. Their audience really favors travel and cooking and mommy blogs and home decor and health and fitness. These really big topics are the ones that can really spread on Pinterest. And it's not only because all of the Pinterest people follow these types of pins, it's also because Pinterest is more willing to allow more outbound links in these niches. And here's why. I mentioned that Pinterest wants to keep you on the site, right? And there are certain topics that they can do that more easily than others. For example, if you see a recipe for stuffing from scratch, you're not going to, if you're just scrolling through your homepage of Pinterest, you're not gonna just click on that and say, oh, I'm gonna make this stuffing right now. I'm gonna drop everything, go to the kitchen, get all the ingredients. No one does that. Rather, what you're going to do is just save that pin for later and continue to scroll, which is what Pinterest wants. So if you include an outbound pin like that, like a recipe, or travel tips, or something else that someone will save and continue to scroll, then Pinterest is much more willing to promote those pins. The next thing is, if you interact with others, if you're active in the community, those pins are going to get recommended as well. For example, if you use group boards or Tailwind tribes, Pinterest has no choice but to recommend pins that other people are recommending to you. If you look at the homepage of my personal Pinterest account, you wouldn't see a whole lot there. You'd see some recommendations that they just generally recommend. You'd see some ads. You wouldn't see any outbound pins because I don't have any friends on Pinterest that I'm interacting with. On the other hand, if you look at my wife's Pinterest homepage, you'd see that there are a lot more interactive pins, pins with text, pins that are going out to other websites. And that's because her friends are finding these pins and recommending them to her. They're sharing them, they're repinning them. On Jim's first blog, Improve Photography, he wrote a post called 9 Photography Hacks That Actually Work. Now that post did incredibly well. It's gotten millions of page views. Last I checked, it was somewhere around 2.5 million. And that was in no small part due to Pinterest. But that was largely because of their willingness to promote that pin. Without really doing much, the Improve Photography Pinterest account was getting tons of traffic. Now you really have to actively promote it. But by using Tailwind tribes and group boards and playing your cards correctly, Pinterest can get you a lot of awesome, fast traffic. Number 2 is one we've talked about quite a bit, and that is YouTube. You might remember us showing you the Camper Report YouTube channel. Many of you know Camper Report is currently our biggest website. It gets about 300,000 page views per month, and in the early days we were able to get a lot of really fast traffic from YouTube. Now, YouTube is awesome because it's not like Google where it's so competitive. Who gets ranked. You can find a query that would be really competitive in your space on Google, make a quick, really helpful YouTube video on that same topic, and it can just blow up overnight. If you look at the Camper Report channel, it's just like 9 really bad, unedited YouTube videos. Just Jim talking to the camera saying, you know, here are my thoughts on a Class A versus a Class C RV. That was the top performing video, but each one of these videos, which most of them were somewhat successful, have a corresponding blog post. And when people go from the video to the blog post, that brings that instant traffic to your blog. That's only one of many models that you can go with the whole YouTube channel and blog post combination. If you want to check out more, we have a full YouTube course in Project 24. But for now, let's move on to tip number 3, which is online forums. Forums are great because it's where anyone can go just to give like real, unfiltered advice. If someone asks, how do I cook Thai food with a peanut allergy? Anyone from around the world, you know, whether it's on Reddit or Quora or just a Thai food forum, can come and answer that. But the question is, how do you stand out above the crowd? Now, what you don't want to do is be like every guy on every YouTube channel who just comes and makes the comment, hey, check out my website, I promise it's worth your while. That just doesn't work. In fact, it makes people mad, and people can choose to filter out your content if it has links. Some people, if there's a link, will just say, nope, that's gone. But here's the thing. If instead you say, hey, my website is all about giving awesome recipes to people with different kinds of allergies. Here's my recipe for this great Thai curry that I have found that does not include peanuts. And you don't just copy and paste in your recipe, you add in tips specific to maybe this person's question. You just answer it fully and completely, and you outshine everybody else in that thread. Then all of a sudden you have all of these people upvoting your content. And if you do include your URL at the end, that's something that you can do. You can say, by the way, all of this was retrieved from this post that I wrote on my website. Feel free to check it out, but no pressure. If you just give that really soft sell, the person who owns that thread, that subreddit or whatever it is, might just have mercy on you and allow you to use it to get traffic to your website. Before you go, guys, there is something really important I have to share with you. You guys know that we don't do a lot with social media to drive traffic to our websites because the organic model has worked so well for us, but we've decided that we really need to be utilizing social media for a different purpose, and that is to help you guys succeed in your internet marketing efforts. So we have 3 awesome Christmas presents we want to give to you on 3 platforms: Twitter, LinkedIn, and Instagram. And today I want to tell you in particular what we're doing with Instagram and Twitter. On December 23rd, we will be putting out a video answering your questions on Twitter. Exclusively Twitter questions, okay? We just barely made a Twitter account. I believe right now the only person following us is Ricky. So go over and follow us on Twitter. Here is our Twitter handle. Ask any question you want about blogging, YouTubing, anything to do with internet marketing, and we will try to answer them in that YouTube video on December 23rd. That is our first gift to you. Here's our second. Throughout the month of December, we will be posting daily tips on Instagram. We have some tips about on-page SEO, about WordPress. We have beginner tips, and then we have more expert tips in store. We just want to give you guys the opportunity to receive more succinct, quick tips on a place other than YouTube so that you can up your blogging game even more. And these platforms, these social media platforms, are so accessible. Everyone is on them. We just want to be able to reach you guys more fully. So tune in later this month. We have another one coming for LinkedIn. That one's going to be awesome. We're so excited about it. So guys, keep up the great work with your websites. Thank you so much for subscribing to our channel and following our content. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter. We are so excited for what this month is going to bring. Check out the awesome gifts we have in store for you. Merry Christmas. Happy Thanksgiving. Like and subscribe. We love you guys. I'll let you guys in on a little secret. I hate pumpkin pie. This was a terrible idea. Leave your guesses in the comments.